Welcome back. There are new signs that Israel's expanded operations in southern Gaza could begin soon, even as the U.S. urges against the move and threatens to withhold weapons shipments. Two U.S. officials tell NBC News that Israeli troops have begun to amass around the city of Rafah. Those officials said the troop movement started days ago, and no formal assessment has been made on whether a full-scale invasion is imminent. According to the UN, an estimated 450,000 people have now been forcibly displaced from Rafah since the IDF announced evacuation orders. Yesterday, National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan once again reiterated the administration's position that a major Israeli offensive into Rafah would be a mistake.
We still believe would be a mistake to launch a major military operation into the heart of Rafah that would put huge numbers of civilians at risk without a clear strategic gain. The president was clear that he would not supply certain offensive weapons for such an operation were it to occur. It has not yet occurred, and we are still working with Israel on a better way to ensure the defeat of Hamas everywhere in Gaza, including in Rafah.
Joining me now is NBC News international correspondent Rafah Sanchez in Tel Aviv. Thank you so much for joining us. So where are we seeing the most Israeli troop activity around Rafah, and what's really been the impact of their presence as we're now hearing all these warnings and threats?
So, Yamish, the fighting is focused right now on the east of Rafah. You heard Jake Sullivan say there that Israel has not yet pushed into the very heart of the city. But what started off as a fairly limited tactical operation in eastern Rafah does seem to be getting bigger every single day. So 100,000 Palestinian civilians were told to evacuate on the first day of this operation last week. We are now at a point where 450,000 Palestinian civilians have been told to evacuate. There are more than 1 million Palestinians in Rafah altogether. These are people, many of whom have been displaced from their homes in northern Gaza. They fled several times following Israeli instructions, and they went down to Rafah. And the question is, how big is this Israeli operation going to get? And are they going to cross the red line that President Biden has drawn, saying no major military operation in the heart of that population center? Yamish.
Those are certainly questions we're going to be watching for. And we've confirmed now at NBC News that National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan will travel to the region this weekend. What more do we know about that trip? And do we think he can persuade Israel not to launch a broader offensive here?
So Jake Sullivan heading first to Saudi Arabia this weekend. That's according to a U.S. official. This is actually a delayed trip. He was supposed to be there a couple of weeks ago. He suffered a rib injury and had to delay that overseas travel. But he's heading to Saudi Arabia. He is going to be in Saudi trying to come up with an inducement for Israel to, one, not go ahead with this Rafah operation, and two, to work towards a two-state solution on the other side of this war. And one of the prizes that the U.S. hopes it can offer Israel that might convince Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to change course from the one he's on right now is the possibility of normalization of diplomatic relations between Israel and Saudi Arabia. It's something Prime Minister Netanyahu wants badly. Does he want it badly enough that he's prepared to allow a Palestinian state? That remains to be seen. And then, as you said, Yamish, Jake Sullivan is heading here to Israel afterwards. And one of the top priorities is going to be trying to dissuade the Israeli government from expanding what is a pretty significant military operation in Rafah into an all-out assault on the city. The thinking is Israel unlikely to launch that attack while Jake Sullivan is in the country, but it might be the last best chance the U.S. has to try to convince them to change course. Yamish.
Well, thank you so much, Rafah Sanchez, for your reporting in Tel Aviv.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.